My hiking trip to Tsambagarav mountain. Our van was a Russian Vaz 452, where we had more or less enough room to lie and lean on each other. It directly gave me a welcome feeling because we got so close to each other. On almost every river, we made a stop to refill water that we needed for our trip. Before coming to Mongolia, it was my special birthday wish to ride a camel. And then, when we saw some exactly on my birthday, we had to stop. I was so happy, like a little child, that my wish came true. I had fun touching the humps that are filled with fat and water. The crew played cards many times throughout the trip, but I decided not to join since A, nobody could explain it to me in English, and B, they were playing for money that I would have probably lost. Most of our trip, we had to pitch tents and truly camp. The other ladies explained to me that it is better to not sleep with a lot of layers of clothes. I was surprised, especially when I woke up nicely warm. The area we passed did not have much to see, but hills, mountains, and some animals like horses, goats, and sheep. In Salin Holoi, we had a flat tire. We used the time to walk around and take pictures. In Mongolia, every dish is served with meat, usually beef, but also goat and sheep, and sometimes horse. I usually don't eat that kind of meat, but I didn't have to starve. The crew had enough other food for me. We usually made ourselves soups with meat, vegetables, rice, or noodles. I just had to pick out the meat. At the countryside, every meal is served with milk. The milk comes straight from the animal and has a strong taste that I had to get used to. for the most part, we had good weather. Even coming closer to the blizzard mountains, it was still nicely warm. We had a stop in Khoft, where the parents of Miga, our crew member, live. The plaza has two statues of two independent activists, King Amazana from the 1600s and the anti-federal local hero Ayush from the 20th century. We went to a local museum where we had a tour in Mongolian language, so I walked around by myself. We went to the street market to get some new food, where they also had pool tables for entertainment. I thought that was really cool. The next day, all hikers gathered together at the plaza. Now I was not the only foreign person anymore.
My name is Karen. I'm from New York in the US.
My name is Xavier. I'm from France.
All vans and jeeps built a colony to drive together to the Tsambagarav mountain. At the base camp, I helped the organizer to wrap the carts. Each hiker got one, even me. The lady told me the story of traditional countryside life. If a sheep farm owner likes a guest very much, he can give the guest a sheep as a present, but he keeps the sheep and takes care of it. And when then the new sheep owner calls the farmer and says, "I need meat, please kill my sheep, I will come and pick up the meat," the farmer will do so. Some women of our crew explored the area. In the evening, we had an opening ceremony. This man here is 76 years old, and he is a hiking legend. Goracha climbed the Mount Everest twice, and many other mountains, like you can tell by his many medals. The second day was the big ceremony with speeches, music, songs that were even just specifically for the Tsambagarav mountain, and beautiful traditional dance performances.
It's in the
day of the hike. The professional athletes walked up front. They also had a competition. We were a total of 200 hikers. The mountain has a 70 to 80% rise, which is really exhausting to climb up. In the beginning, it was very warm due to the exercise. But then we came in a rainy area, after that in a very foggy, and finally we were just walking on snow. We stopped at a point of 3,500-meter height. From here on, just experienced hikers with the right equipment could continue. I returned at this point. Getting back to the camp, I got a very nice welcome with traditional milk. In the evening was a party again. We just climbed the mountain, but we're still singing and dancing afterwards. The mountain must have given us extra energy, or how people in Mongolia like to say, natural powers. The final day of the Tsambagarav mountain hiking event 2015 was honored with a ceremony. The athletes got now their medals, pictures and certificates. Goodbye Tsambagarav mountain. It was great, starting a long journey back to Ulaanbaatar. I had to sleep one night in Khoft in a hotel and found at the next day at the sports center some other hikers who returned to UB as well, so I joined them. The bus ride was unspectacular, uncomfortable and way too long. I was happy when I arrived 37 hours later in the middle of the night in Ulaanbaatar. Climbing the Tsambagarav mountain in West Mongolia was an experience I don't want to miss.